Summer is here and you're still not jacked, right? Imagine not reaching your fitness goals because it was a little rainy outside, because of a little snow outside. See, the past 5, 6, 7 months of winter, you're wasting your time at home eating Christmas cookies in your warm blanket. Now look, you're exactly where you were last summer because you didn't put in the work. And the sad thing about this is that this is the reality of a lot of men out there, right? A lot of men these days are reliving the same summers on repeat. The same summers looking invisible, walking into rooms, not commanding attention, being ignored. They're not getting choosing signals. They feel insignificant. They feel like their presence doesn't do anything, right? They feel invisible. Nobody pays attention to them. Women don't pay attention to them. No one respects them. I'm always saying in all my videos, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. There's nothing enlightening about playing small this summer. Why are we still playing small? Why are we skipping workouts? Why are we not going to the gym when we're supposed to? Why are we going back on the things we said we were going to do? That's all playing small. You're not really living up to your full potential. And if you watch my videos and subscribe to my channel, you know that one of the rules here is that we don't play small, and there's nothing enlightening about doing that. You know what I mean? We reach our full potentials on this side, right? It's summertime. You should be jacked right now. It's imperative that you're jacked right now, bro. Like, you had 6, 7 months of winter to lock in. 6, 7 months of winter to lock yourself in that hyperbolic time chamber and be the best version of yourself. You had so much time to get jacked, and you didn't reach your full potential. Come on, bro. Like, you gotta be out here, like, look at this shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should all be out here in tank tops flexing because we can. Why? Because we put in that work. Because we earned it. Because we earned this shit, bro. What's going on, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna flex on y'all because, you know what I'm saying? We gotta reach our full potentials because there's nothing enlightening about playing small, right? Like, imagine how it's gonna feel when you actually get jacked and you walk into a room, everybody's breaking their neck just to look at you because of the physique you built, because the work that you've put in, right? The respect you're gonna gain, the choosing signals, women gawking at you because of your built physique. Imagine how that's gonna feel, bro. Why are you neglecting yourself of that experience, right? You gotta be the best version of yourself. Like, you only live one life, and some of you guys wasted 20 summers, 30 summers, maybe it's 25 summers, maybe it's 21, maybe it's 23, 22 summers, 24. I don't know how old you are. You know what I'm saying? But if you're watching this, maybe you wasted summers. Maybe you've been wasting a lot of time not getting on Bodygame. Maybe you wasted a lot of time not being the best version of yourself. And you can fix all of this by hopping on Bodygame. And Bodygame is the key to mastering first impressions, right? Because people and the sad reality of this world is when people first meet you, they're going to judge you based on how you look, right? And if you're not in shape, people are going to judge you based off that, and that's just kind of how the reality is. But if you're in shape, people are going to look at you and be like, okay, wow, like, this guy's disciplined. This guy's probably trustworthy. This guy's probably a man of his word. You know what I mean? Bodygame speaks 1,000 words without you even having to open your mouth, right? So that is why it's the ultimate first impression. And a lot of men out here, are average. A lot of men these days, they don't want to try. They just want to get by. They're like drifters, they just drift through life without, reaching their full potential, and they let summers go by. Countless summers, 23 years, 24 years, 21 years. I don't know how old you are watching this, but maybe you've been like wasting summers your entire life. Maybe you've been wasting years and years on end. You've been thinking about getting in shape. You've been thinking about starting your fitness journey, but you're on this stop, start trajectory, right? You can't seem to commit to anything, right? But if that sounds like you, maybe you should hit the link in the description and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. A little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it, right? Make sure you like this video too and subscribe so we can boost up the algorithm, right? Little shameless plug for those of you guys that need it. Hit that link in the description. But like I was saying, like, it is summer right now, right? And what have you been doing for the last 5 months? You know what I mean? And I don't say this to like call you out or anything. I'm saying this to call you up, to be your best version of yourself, right? Like, a couple years ago, I felt like, I was on this stop, start thing as well. You know what I mean? Like, I would go to the gym and then I would stop and I would start, you know what I mean? And I just felt like I was just repeating the same year over and over. You're saying you're going to go to the gym this amount of times, but then you slack, you don't do it, yada, yada, things come up. And then eventually, I think it was about 2019 or 2020 when I was like, nah, bro, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be consistent with this. I'm not going to repeat the same summer over and over. I'm not going to repeat the same year over and over. I'm going to make a change and recreate myself, right? Like I'm always saying, you got to recreate yourself. You got to create a character that commands attention and never bores the audience, right? What does that mean? It means that you have to literally build up new habits, literally create an entirely different identity, different to the old identity, right? You have to forget the old identity that was probably forced on you at birth, the identity that people tried to label you as, and create a new identity. And the best way to do that is, hopping on Bodygame, right? For me personally, I wanted to reject the old identity. The old identity was victim mentality. The old identity was, fixed mindset. The old identity was, constantly repeating the same mistakes over and over. Like the old identity was scrawny, insecure, shy, doesn't command attention when he walks into a room. New identity now, jacked, you know what I'm saying? Not as shy as I used to be, built a character that commands attention, never bores the audience. You know what I mean? I recreated myself. And the first step to doing that was hopping on Bodygame. First step, right? Because if you could change how your body looks, it sends a signal to your mind that like you're a completely different person now. Like you're not going to see yourself the same when your biceps are 3 times the size as they used to be, or when your chest is popping, you got that V-tape. You're not going to see yourself the same. And the world is not going to see you the same either. People are going to ask you how you made that transformation. People won't even recognize you anymore when you make the transformation. Like, I had people from like high school days and stuff, they'll see me now. They'll be like, shit, bro, like you got jacked. Like, they'll take a double take. Like, oh shit, it's been a minute, bro. But like, you got hella jacked. Like, I remember you from high school. I remember you from back in the day. Like, you've changed. You know what I mean? And that's what you want to hear. You don't want to walk into, you know, you don't want to meet up with people again after years and years and you're still the same guy. That's not what you want to be. No, you want to constantly be recreating yourself, constantly changing, right? And the TLDR of all of this, what I'm trying to say is like, summer is here and you're still not jacked. Summer is here and you've repeated the same mistakes you made back in 2024, right? You haven't been to the gym since January 1st. You're on the stop-start cycle. When are you going to break the cycle, man? When are you going to break the cycle and start making changes? When are you going to finally commit? Commit to this journey. Commit to recreating yourself. Commit to creating a new identity. I don't know, maybe for some of you it's not fitness. Maybe for some of you, maybe it's starting that YouTube channel. Maybe it's starting that business. Maybe it's getting your grades right. Maybe it's all the things I just mentioned, right? When are you going to break the cycle and finally start doing the thing that you said you were going to do? Stop repeating the same summers over and over again, right? It's time to make a change, right? If you're looking to make a change, hit that link in the description, right? And we'll see if it makes sense to work together. A little shameless plug for those guys that need it. Right, make sure you like this video, subscribe if you like the message and all that good stuff. Send this to someone who needs to hear it, because I know a lot of you guys need to hear this shit. And remember, like I'm always saying, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. So I'll catch you guys next video. See ya.